We are asking Superintendent Keith Posley one-on-one what the plan is for the money if the vote passes.
CBS 58's AJ Bayatpour sat down with the superintendent, and he also asked how that money will improve results, considering MPS is currently performing worse than most other big city school districts.
When a referendum passed in 2020, MPS officials say it funded classroom upgrades at Escuela View, like new desks and chairs, and it allowed the city's first bilingual school to add another kindergarten teacher.
It helps with achievement because having a lower student-to-teacher ratio allows teachers to spend more time with individual students.
Maintaining what we have, we're trying to maintain.
Superintendent Keith Posley says passing a $252 million referendum in April would keep those gains in place. He insists going to taxpayers is the only option left.
We have gone to Madison. We have talked to politicians. We have done the things that we could do.
Just how desperate MPS is for funding is a subject of debate. Among the 100 biggest school districts in the U.S., Milwaukee is 49th in enrollment, but 30th in spending per student. District officials say what explains that is poverty. Among the 100 biggest districts, only 5 have a higher percentage of students living in poverty than Milwaukee.
We need to do better by all of our students here in Milwaukee. As I said before, we think MPS is an important part of that equation. But it's not clear how they're going to use these additional resources to improve that academic picture.
Celestin Morgan directs the City Forward Collective, which advocates for both public and private schools. He says MPS needs to show a more detailed plan for how it would spend $252 million. For a $150,000 house, the referendum means property taxes would go up by $324. Morgan is among those who want MPS to lay out how the money would lead to better outcomes. These numbers are from the National Assessment of Educational Progress. In 2022, Milwaukee was 20 points worse than the average big city district scores in both fourth grade reading and math, ranking near the bottom of that category.
We haven't seen those numbers move at all, and that's because we haven't had a plan.
Tutoring services, one-on-one type of support with young people. How do you manage and build those safety nets around young people for learning? And so those kinds of things takes dollars.
Milwaukee and other school districts point to state funding that has not kept up with inflation for more than a decade. In fact, a total of 90 Wisconsin districts are going to referendum this spring. In part 2 of our interview with Superintendent Posley, we ask if the district should consolidate schools with low enrollment before going to taxpayers. We'll have that story for you tomorrow night. Natalie, Jessa.